Okay, so in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to turn the one page that you have, and we can see there's one page here in this folder. We're going to change that into a whole site. So in this case, I'm going to have 3 pages. I'm going to have a home page, I'm going to have a page called sleep, and I'm going to have a page called food. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get our page to the point where the shell of it, the main part of it, is how we want it. We want the colours to be right, really. We want the heading, if there's one heading, or certainly the footer. You might say something like, contact us at our offices. Anything, of course I can't change that, I'm an idiot. And maybe I might want to change the colour of that. So the footer, no, I want that darker. Okay, so now that's the shell. Everything else I want to change as we go along. So what we need to do is we need to go to our top nav, and we'll see here the code for each of these. And at the minute they're a hyperlink, but they don't go to anywhere. So before we make a copy, we want to be ready for the link to go to the place we want to go to. So even before we have made the page or the other pages, we want to make links to them. So what I'm going to do, there is only one page exists at the moment. Notice it's called home, that's the one we're on, home 1, that's called. So what I'm going to say is, whenever someone clicks on this button, I want it to go to the website, the page called home1.html, and I want it to be in the same folder, so I'm not going to put any name of a folder. So I haven't got a sleep page yet, and I haven't got a food page yet, so I have to do a bit of planning, and I need to think what I'm going to call those. So I'm going to call, cleverly, I'm going to call this sleep1.html, and the food page I'm going to call food1.html. So although the pages don't exist yet, when they do, that's where they will go to. That means I need to make pages with those exact names. Okay. I'm going to save my page. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the file manager, and now I'm going to copy this page and I'm going to make sure I have one called home 1. I'm going to make sure the next one is called sleep 1, and remember it is an HTML page because the original was, and the last one I'm going to call food 1. So can you see I've had one page, I've put all the links working on it even before the others exist, then I've gone into the file manager and I've copied the first one and then renamed that. Now what I'm going to do, if I refresh and click, you can't actually see, you can see the name is changing at the top, but because the pages look exactly the same, you can't see that it's worked. So what I'm going to do in Notepad, I'm going to now open food one, and I'm going to open sleep one, and this is where Notepad++ comes in, because you can have multiple copies open, multiple pages open rather. And if I go into the food page and go down past all the styling into the body section, here I'm going to write healthy food. Save that. On the home page, I'm going to write something a little bit more useful in here. I'm going to write a welcome message. And here, past all the styling, down into inside the H1 tag. This is sleep well. And if I've got multiple pages, I can save them in one go here. So I've changed just a little now on those 3 pages. Remember, they were all copies of the same page. Now, if I go on home, it gives me a welcome message, sleep, food. And because I copied the page after I'd put the hyperlinks on, even though the pages didn't exist at the start, now that they are there, they go to the page of that name.